Hi there, good day. We are the Group 1 and we would like to welcome you to our presentation on pollution and its impact on the environment. Today, we will be discussing the different types of pollution, their causes and effects, and their potential solution. Let's proceed to the next slide. Pollution is a major environmental issue that affects us all. It refers to the release of harmful substances or energy into the environment, including air, water, and soil. It is caused by a range of human activities, including industrial activities, transportation, agriculture, and human waste. The effects of pollution can be devastating, with impacts ranging from respiratory problems to ecological damage. In fact, according to the World Health Organization, air pollution is responsible for an estimated 7 million premature deaths each year, while marine pollution has caused significant harm to marine life and ecosystem. So, pollution is primarily caused by human activities, no? For example, the improper waste of disposal or pagpagtakaglabay sa mga basura. Other examples would be the transportation emission or ang mga aso magikan sa sakyanan or sa motor. Nya, laing example pod kaya usapon na ang industrial processes, no? That includes chemicals, strong chemicals and other toxic waste, and it releases it's either ma-release ba siya sa water, sa air, or sa land. Ang pollution, ang impact sa pollution kay wide-ranging and very devastating. Why? Because pollution is a global issue and it affects the health of both humans and wildlife. In humans, it can lead to respiratory diseases like asthma or cancer or any cardiovascular diseases or any sakit nga makapalo sa atong immune system. Nya, the contamination pod of water sources nya it endangers aquatic ecosystems. Delikado po siya sa mga living or non-living creatures nga nasa dagat. And also makapatratan siya sa availability of drinking clean water. Labi na sa kuan pod ang pollution makaapektar pa siya sa agriculture and food security. No, labi na sa itong mga pagkaon nga gipang intake in a daily basis. So, it's really important to rule that pollution does not recognize borders. It doesn't mean nga ang pollution stays on one place only. No, it's not like pollution nara sa Amerika or pollution nara sa China na pundo. No. Whatever your region, your countries, or your continents, pollution is everywhere. Wa na gipili ng mga lugar. So, kabalo naman ta nga ang global issue na ang pollution. So, it really requires collaborative efforts and collective responsibility from us humans. Kaya after all, kita raman gihapoy maka-benefit. And if we keep on being irresponsible to our environment, then, well, kita ra gihapoy musalo and magsakit. So, next slide. Terrestrial pollution. Terrestrial pollution refers to the contamination of land-based ecosystems. So this refers to pollution that occurs on land, affecting soil, water sources, atong gipang intake, especially clean water, and other living organisms nga nagdepend on these habitats. There are several types of terrestrial pollution that includes air pollution, soil pollution, and noise pollution. So let's explore each type of these pollution and understand their causes and effects. Air pollution. So this is caused by the release of harmful gases and particles into the atmosphere, such as carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and particulate matter. Sources of air pollution include vehicle emissions, industrial activities, and burning fossil fuels. The effects of air pollution can range from respiratory problems to climate change. So the air pollution is the contamination of air we breathe with harmful substances and primarily caused by emissions from industrial activities, as what I've mentioned earlier. Yeah, these activities release pollutants such as carbon monoxide, ang mga carbon monoxide, sulfur oxide, yeah, napiasa nga nitrogen oxide, yeah, other particulate matter. And this will lead to have a serious health problems, especially if you are prolonged exposure to polluted air, including respiratory problems like asthma, bronchitis, and other cardiovascular diseases. Additionally, air pollution can also damage crops, reduce agricultural crops niya, makapahinay pud siya og tubo sa mga tinanom niya, makakause pud siya og ecological imbalance. Next is soil pollution. This is caused by the release of chemicals or other substances that contaminate the soil, such as pesticides, heavy metals, or petroleum products. Sources of soil pollution include agricultural practices, industrial activities, and improper waste disposal. The effects of soil pollution can include reduced soil fertility, decreased crop yields, and harm to wildlife. As you can see on the picture, mo na siya ang effects sa soil pollution. No, daghang kayong basura nagatapok or mo na tapukanan jud sa mga basura, no, pero bati jud kay siya tan-aon kay it brings effects man good nato. Kita ra po'y nag-cause ana, kita ra gyapon makakuha sa effect sa tong gipang buhat. So let's be responsible yun to our environment. Okay, para dili ta mag-suffer kadugayan.
Next up, we have noise pollution. So, this is caused by excessive or unwanted sound that can disrupt the environment, such as traffic noise or construction noise. Sources of noise pollution include transportation, construction, and industrial activities. The effects of noise pollution could include hearing loss, stress, and disruption of animal behaviors. Noise pollution adversely affects the lives of millions of people. Studies have shown that there are direct links between noise and health. Problems related to noise include stress related illnesses, as what I've said earlier, high blood pressure, speech interference, hearing loss, sleep disruption, and loss of productivity. As a student, excessive noise reduces the ability to hear lessons clearly and has a negative effect on a child's ability to learn. Studies examined by the World Health Organization, or the WHO, have found that children exposed to continuous disruptive noise can experience poorer reading ability, memory, and academic performances. So by now, we will tackle about aquatic pollution. So aquatic pollution refers to the contamination of water bodies such as oceans, rivers, lakes, and groundwater. There are several types of aquatic pollution, including water pollution and marine debris. So now, we will talk about the main causes of water pollution. It is sometimes caused by nature, such as when mercury filters from the Earth's crust, polluting oceans, rivers, lakes, canals, and reservoirs. However, the most common cause of poor quality water is human activity and its consequences, which we will now go on to explain. The first one is the global warming. The second one is the deforestation. The third one is industry, agriculture, and livestock farming. Next is rubbish and fecal water dumping. Next is maritime traffic. And then foil spillages, destruction of biodiversity, contamination of food chain, lack of potable water, and also diseases. It might be cholera, hepatitis A, and dysentery. So those are the diseases that you might got if there's a water pollution.
Water pollution. This is caused by the release of pollutants into water bodies such as chemicals, nutrients, and microorganisms. Sources of water pollution include industrial activities, agriculture, and sewage treatment plants. The effect of water pollution can include harm to aquatic life, the spread of disease, and damage to ecosystem. Water pollution can have long-term environmental consequences. It can persist in water bodies for years, affecting multiple generations of aquatic organisms and causing chronic damage to ecosystems. So, to prevent and reduce water pollution, it requires collective efforts, including implementing stricter regulations, improving wastewater treatment infrastructure, promoting sustainable agriculture practices, adopting responsible waste management strategies, and raising awareness about the importance of clean water. Marine debris. This is caused by the accumulation of solid waste materials in ocean and water bodies. Sources of marine debris include littering and improper waste disposal and accidental spills. The effects of marine debris can include harm to wildlife, damage to habitats, and disruption of marine ecosystem. Preventing marine debris requires collective efforts from individuals, communities, industries, and government. So, here are some effective measures to help prevent marine debris. First, we need to use the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Second, we use the educate and raise awareness. Educate yourself and others about the impacts of marine debris. Spread awareness about the importance of responsible waste management, recycling, and the connection between land-based activities and marine pollution. Third is beach and coastal cleanup. Participate or organize beach cleanup events to remove and support organizations that work towards policy change and encourage government representatives to take action against marine debris. By implementing these preventive measures, we can collectively work towards reducing and ultimately preventing marine debris, safeguarding the health of our ocean and marine life for future generations. Third is beach and coastal cleanup. Participate or organize beach cleanup events to remove litter and debris from coastal areas. Fourth, support bans and regulations. Advocate and support the implementation of bans and regulation on single-use plastics. Encourage your local authorities and government to implement and enforce effective waste management policies and regulations. Fifth, promote innovative solutions. Sixth, support NGOs and cleanup initiatives. And last, advocate for policy change. Use your voice to advocate for stronger policies and regulation at local, national, and international levels.
Sources of pollution refers to the various activities, processes, and substances that release harmful pollutants into the environment, leading to detrimental effects on ecosystems, human health, and overall quality of air, water, and soil. Pollution can arise from natural sources as well as human activities. So it is important to note that the severity and impact of pollution from these sources can vary depending on factors such as geographical location, industrial regulations, technological advancement, and the adoption of sustainable practices. Efforts to reduce pollution involve implementing cleaner technologies, promoting renewable energy sources, enforcing environmental regulations, adopting sustainable agricultural practices, promoting recycling and waste management, and raising awareness about the importance of pollution control.
So let's talk about the effects of pollution. Pollution, we probably hear of this term every other day at school, college, and offices. We also come across the term in newspapers, online journals, and media in general. So, what is it and why is it named harmful? Pollution occurs when pollutants contaminate the natural surroundings, bringing about changes that affect our normal lifestyles adversely. Pollutants are the key elements or components of pollution, which are generally waste materials of different forms. Pollution disturbs our ecosystem and the balance in the environment. With modernization and development in our lives, pollution has reached its peak, giving rise to global warming and human illness. So these are the effects of pollution. First is the damage to ecosystems. Pollution can harm or destroy the natural habitats of various species, disrupt food chains, and cause a decline in biodiversity. Examples of these include oil spills in the ocean that can harm marine life or air pollution that can damage forests. So the second is harm to wildlife. Wildlife. Pollution can also directly harm or kill wildlife through toxic chemicals or by destroying their habitat. For example, plastic waste in oceans can entangle and suffocate marine animals, or pesticides in agricultural runoff can poison birds. So the third one is negative effects on human health. Pollution can have serious negative effects on human health, including respiratory problems, cancers, and neurological disorders. These can be caused by exposure to toxic chemicals in the air, soil, or water. For example, air pollution from factories or cars can cause asthma, and contaminated drinking water can lead to gastrointestinal illnesses. So these are the effects of pollutions that can affect in our society or in our Mother Earth. So we must act and protect our Mother Earth, especially to the surroundings that help in our daily lives.
So there are five solutions to pollution. The first one is the using of renewable energy sources. So instead of using fossil fuels, we will use the solar, wind, and hydropower sources so it can prevent the air pollution and the gas emission that will cause it the air pollution, and also it will make or give way to clean energy and prevent climate change. The second solution to pollution is the reducing of waste. So what we gonna do is we need the three strategies, which is recycling, composting, and proper waste management. Through this, we can prevent the increased amount of garbages in the ocean or anywhere in the land areas, so we can have a clean environment without waste anywhere. The third solution to pollution is conserving energy. So we need to improve building insulation, use energy efficient appliances, and adopt energy saving practices. The fourth solution to pollution is promoting sustainable transportation. So instead of using your cars, if you have many, you can use bicycles, you can walk or use the public transportation to prevent vehicle emissions, and also you can use your electric vehicles or the transportation using electricity, so it can save the gas, which is the non-renewable resources. The fifth and last solution to pollution is the using of environmentally friendly products. So we need to use sustainable materials or with minimal packaging so we can prevent the pollution of the production of the products. So we can also, instead of using plastics, there's an alternative when in terms of foods, we can use the banana leaves in putting the foods inside of in plastic so we can prevent the pollution. So that's all. Thank you for listening.